Okay, everybody, here we go. First match of the day. We have Russell versus Zach. Russell is from Decatur, and I believe Zach is from the St. Louis area. I actually don't know for sure where he's from. I'm going to try and find out here in a minute. Anybody out there in the chat, let me know. Let me know if you're having any problems hearing me or if anything's too loud or too quiet. I do not have a table mic, so we're not going to get a whole lot of the small billiard sounds. We should hear the break just fine, though. Post up in the chat if you have any questions about anything. Today is a round robin event. It's a race to 5 alternate break. They are using the Accu rack, and they're racking the 2 at the bottom of the rack. All right, let's take a look. Good controlled break from Zach. Made a ball. Looks like that 2-6 is going to sit in a pretty manageable spot. Shot there, control the 6. Control the 1 rather, sorry. Made the 6. Still a little early for me, so. Alright, well I can't tell if he bumped it the right way. Let's check the other angle here. I think I just heard him call safe. So, interesting idea. Almost got him. Kind of an awkward stretch for Zach here. Nice shot, good job, good speed. Control the cue ball well. That one needs to run a little bit, but not too much. That 7 ball is kind of going to get in his way. He's got another thin cut on this shot here. Caught that one a little on the full side. So he leaves Russell with a manageable shot. And I think from here you kind of want to go around instead of trying to draw back and miss the 9, which is easily doable. That's the fear. If you don't catch that ball just right, you hit the 9, and then you leave yourself with this kind of shot. And that 7 ball is in an awkward position. You can see here the tangent line from that 7 goes really close to the side. Yeah, it's gonna float it forward like that. Good shot. Oh, he really made sure he missed the side pocket with the cue ball, which caused him to overcut it there. Welcome everybody in the chat. I see we got some people showing up. Good Saturday morning to y'all. This is the 2016 Missouri State BEF 18 and under boys division championships. I'll overcut that one a little bit, trying to really hold it. Unfortunately, he's going to leave a pretty manageable shot for Russell here to get the strike first on the match. Let me know if anyone has any problems with any audio or video or anything like that. I am really, really close to the players, so I can't talk too loud without really kind of getting in their head or without them hearing something that I'm saying. So, and he floats it in. Russell takes the first strike. Okay, and it is alternating break, so we'll get a chance to look at Zach's break now. We have a great show of parents showed up today. I think every player has at least a couple of people in their corner, in his corner, I guess, since this is the boys division. This is the boys 18 and under. Next weekend, we'll have boys 14 and under, as well as girls 18 and under. Girls will start at 9 a.m., and the boys 14 and under, I think, is scheduled to start at noon. All right. Okay, it's got a shot here. It's going to have to manage this 2-6. Good shot. Controlled the 2 reasonably well, but kind of got away from him. But that could just be because he actually caught the 6 a little on the thin side, so that the 6 didn't eat up as much energy as I think he was planning for. So, and I think I remember. No, maybe I can't remember. I was going to say if you played in this last year. I honestly don't remember. Well, that was a nice shot, and he got a good fortunate bump there off a couple of balls, but that's going to keep him at the table. So you get another good shot. He got a good angle here. He can maybe not exactly where he wanted to be, but he's just a hair off straight, so he's either going to have to go right at the 7 or pound it and cross over it. Yeah, he opted to just slide across. It's good. He did not want to be that close to the rail, but I think he'll be okay. But he's going to have to play a difficult shot on the 8. Perhaps. Yeah, he was really straight and close to the rail there, so that's the best he could hope for. He's not on the rail. He's got a little gap, and that's sometimes just all you need. So I imagine I'll take this ball on the side. Oh, no. Yeah, he tried to take in the corner. It just laid a little better for that. But it's a long way to go. So now he's left Russell with a... It's only awkward because you're so close to the 9. And it's not really in the way, but it's mentally distracting. Yeah, I think he was just worried about hitting the 9, even though they're not playing all ball fouls. It still gets in your brain that there's a ball in your way. It's that diamond table. I think on a gold crown that ball probably would have fell. But as it is, it's sitting there a little deep. I don't know. I think this might be the better angle to see what's going on, but we're gonna have to see something here. Yeah, I think he really wanted to catch that rail a little more and kind of spin backwards. But he left himself a little bit of a tester here, so let's see how he handles it. I'm not familiar enough with Russell's game to be able to comment one way or the other. So, it looks like Zach is not going to make him pay for that mistake and instead return a little bit of the favor. What I was going to say before Russell came to stand basically directly in front of me was that he did not look confident in that stroke, that tough one. You know, it was a little tougher than a spot shot. And you know, that's tough. That's especially being up on the rail, first match of the day. He knows he's on the TV table, so I don't know if that's a factor. It certainly can be for some people. But you know, he didn't leave it easy for Zach. But I did kind of expect Zach to make that, but things happen. Things definitely happen. I missed that same shot last night. Yeah. All right. Let's see if Russell sticks with the controlled break. I feel like he's changing sides. I thought he broke from the other side last time. Let's see. Yeah. It's good control break. Kind of lost the cube a little bit, but he's really playing to make that one in the side. But good news is he can see it just fine. So he's going to come up with some kind of safety here. I don't think he's going to bank it. Yeah, he just called safe. I think he's just gonna float past it and try and get the one behind the 5. Oh no! Oh no! Caught a little bump on the way down. That's unfortunate. He did a great job with controlling the one ball. Put it right behind that 5. Made it tough to get to, even if he had let the cue ball out. But that's a bad bump. Zach's got to think about this one for a while. The one is sitting in a real nice place to lock him up again, maybe go for 3. At the same time, the one goes. So you could just play the run out if you're feeling confident. And that's what he did. He went for it. And I don't think he hit that really anywhere like he wanted to or planned to. He doesn't have a real good shot at the 2 after that. I don't know if he's just having some first match jitters or or what. But we all have them. It's not a big deal. It's going to be a long day. I'm sure he'll recover. Russell comes with a nice bank. It's in a decent line on the 2. It looks like it does pass the 7, but he needs to figure out what he wants to do with the 3 ball. Just stopping right there doesn't really leave him the greatest chance, but oh, nice, good control. He decided to come forward to give himself a little straighter shot in the 3, which will keep him in line for the 4. Doesn't appear to be. Well, he's a little on the straight side here, but he should be okay. Well, see, that time you can see. I'm actually glad that I switched angles there, so that hopefully when he comes back and watches it, you can see how quickly he jerked back. So, but again, he doesn't leave anything terribly easy for Zach. Yeah, Zach had to play around the side pocket, so he had a long shot, which forces him to shoot another long shot. Oh no. And he caught that one a little on the full side as well. He didn't go for the bank this time, just decided to play a little safety. So he's going to make Zach come up with something to do here. Imagine Zach's going to try and get under the 9 here, split him just like this. That's nice. Good speed. That was a great shot. Great shot. And that's only a shot you get from practicing it. You're not going to just nail that shot the first time. So I mean, you can really tell that Zach he's put in some time here at the table, I mean, trying out some of these shots. He just kind of needs to get everything in line this morning. All right, a little kick safe here. Looks like the 5's going to drift out. But again, doesn't leave Zach a really great opportunity here. But he's gonna have to make something of every chance he gets from here out. Oh, I really thought he made that ball. But good news is, I think the 6 ball is going to be a nice little helper. Russell might be able to see a piece of it, but I don't think he's got enough to make it. I'm not even sure he's got enough to cross over it, but from my angle, I can't tell. So let's see what Russell finds. Looks like he's kicking. Yeah, he kicked it good, but he's going to leave this one. This might be one of the easier shots that Zach has had a look at it for a while. He hits that ball nice. How's his speed? Might have overhit that a little bit. He's going to have to kind of do the same shot, but he needs to just float to the side pocket. Oh, I think he was actually trying to, I don't know. He's got a good save from here. Yep. Yep, there we go. Good save. Yeah, he was really trying to hold that ball and just didn't get enough draw on it to stay above the 7 the way he wanted. This cue ball's going to come back down. How's the 7 going to sit? Right underneath it? No, still is no, there's no hanger. There's a lot of distance between that 7 and the next pocket. He hit that ball very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's brutal. And when you put a little more zip into it to try and just feel good about the shot, he's hit a couple of these shots a little on the full side, and I think he was just trying to get over that kind of like mental fear with it. And Russell literally taps that ball in, but it's the ball that counts. So here we are. It's a race to 5. Russell is ahead 3-0. It's alternating break. So we're back on Zach's break. And see what we can find out here. I expect Zach to kind of maybe change something, but you never really know. I mean, I just want to see how he holds together for the rest of today. I think he wanted to put a little more oomph into that break, which didn't turn out in his favor. So no balls down, and Russell has a very manageable shot on the 1. It goes in the corner on the side. If you can get past the 7 and 9, they probably go on the side and come down here for the 2. Or if you feel like really, no, it's wouldn't be worth considering putting it in the corner. Yep, all right, good shot. Okay, just going to go ahead and play safe and say, all right, I can split the table too. Looks like he did that very well. Got him behind the 7 and the 5. You can see he hit it pretty good. So Zach has rails. He also has enough distance where he can jump this ball safely. Oh. And it just went a little bit wide. So let's ball in hand to Russell. And the table looks pretty good, I'd say. 3 to the 4. Yeah. That's pretty much the same shot he missed a little bit earlier, where he had to pound it to get there. He's actually come a little too far, but I think he'll be okay. I'm good. So this should be manageable. It's a bit of a stretch. He just opted to make the ball, make sure that he stays at the table. So he's got a long shot at the 5. Good news is the 6 is pretty much hanging. So if he floats the 5 in the way he's been floating a lot of these balls in, he'll have a shot at the 6. But the 7 is not past the 9. So he might have to play a 7-9 combo. I think he just called the 9 ball. Oh wow. He played the carom. That was... Yeah, no, he called the 9 ball. That was very close. Mark just reminded him that it's not a call ball event, but intentions are always appreciated. Alright, so Zach's gonna ensure he's got an angle on the 6 to come down for the 7. Instead of going forward and messing with it, messing with the 9 perchance. But he again, I think he's going to try and draw above the 9 here. Oh no. Yeah, I think he knew he was going into the 9 and just wanted to get a little speed so he can make sure to get away from it. And unfortunately, it just hit the back of the 9 and trickled in. So Russell now has ball in hand with 3 balls on the table to get to the hill, and it will be his break. It'll be his break after this, no matter what happens. But so he's going to float that one in. I don't think he wanted this much angle. Just judging by the way I've watched him play so far, you know, he likes to play things very naturally. He doesn't really want to manipulate the cue ball too much. But he's gonna have to manage this one. Yep. Yeah, it was on that very scary line where it feels like no matter how you hit it, you always end up scratching on that shot. Okay, Zach makes a good shot there. He gets real good on the 9 ball. And Zach finally drills one home, so he gets on the board 3 to 1. It is alternating break and race to 5. So unfortunately, the little piece of momentum that Zach grabbed from that last rack, Russell has the break. So now Zach's got to sweat, Russell coming out of the break and maybe putting together something. But Zach did just step away for a second. He's taking a little time out. It's a smart move. Doing it on a high note. I'll be right back. How's everyone's video and audio and everything sounding out there? So we got some more people in the chat. That's great. Glad to have you. For anyone who might not know or just kind of floating through, this is the 2016 Billiard Education Foundation State Junior Championships for boys 18 and under. This is a regional qualifier to get to the Nationals. Right now it's held at Lindenwood University in St. Louis, Missouri. And STLPool.net is providing the stream for you guys. Hope everyone's enjoying it. Go ahead and chat it up in the chat room there. You can talk about pretty much whatever. I know that there are a number of regional qualifiers. I actually don't know when the next one is. There's a whole series of events on Facebook that the Billiard Education Foundation has created out there, so you can search events and find out where the next one is. I know there's one, I think it's in May for Illinois in Peoria. So any regional players local here that maybe don't get there today, that maybe can go try it in Peoria. All right, Russell puts on a good break, makes a wing ball, controls the cue ball. It gets a little bump, and it's hanging goofy. But the 1-2, how are they looking? Not good. So I expect a safety play here. And actually, he just called push. So let's see where he rolls out to. What his plan was. He just moved it closer. Zach's taking a look to see if the 2-ball does go. Yeah, Zach was really trying to get behind the 8-ball there. But being so awkwardly stretched out, I think it, he didn't hit the 1-ball quite how he wanted, but he didn't really sell anything out. I mean, there might be a bank here, but it doesn't really get you anywhere. If he cuts it in, he might have a shot at the 2, but nowhere is really going to get him a good shot on the 2, I don't think. So let's see what he does. Yeah, I'm going to say that ball goes. He still has a very thin cut on the 2. All right. Zach hammers that ball in the side, try and get decent shape on the 2. And again, he's awkwardly stretched out. And he caught that ball. He actually caught that ball rail first. And he really wanted to come up and down table, for the 4 next. I mean, where he is now is actually okay, but based on the speed he headed, I think he was expecting to come back up, but who really knows? All right, I think I heard Russell just call safe. Yeah, he's going to go back under the 9 and just leave a lot of distance. I think he actually left the keyhole here. Yeah. So Zach's got something to work with. Oh. Yeah. He held the cue ball well. Just missed it a little bit. Misjudged it. And again, he's left just kind of a piece of the two. I don't know that there's enough of the ball there for Russell to make it. I feel he's very straight. He's going to have to really move something here. Yeah. He just didn't get enough into it. That's a good kick. I don't know if you heard that underneath, but it's actually just asked him to look out for the 8 ball that was kind of hanging in the corner. So, and even though we're not playing all ball fouls, it's nice. He's going to cut that ball in. Good. He's going to hold the. So there's another one of those situations where you kind of want to just bring it back, but you're going right towards it. So, yeah. So you're just going to play a little conservative there. You know, it's a little bit tougher shot, but you're guaranteed a look at the 6. I am surprised he's looking at this combination, but yeah, I'm real surprised he shot that, especially at that speed. Because I think if he had made the 8, the 6 would have still floated over to the middle of the table. But, you know, he's got a better look at it than I do. So, clearly there was a reason, and sometimes you just have to go with what you feel more than anything else. Is that big truck in the chat? I didn't mean to get in touch with you, man. Hope everything's going well on your side. Luck of the roll, I'm responding to your question. The girls are next week, and boys 14 and under are also next week. Today is just boys 18 and under. Nice shot. Oh, that was a great shot down the rail from Russell. Sorry, I had to address the chat there for a second. So, Russell had a couple of nice shots here to close this rack out. And then he does actually get out, so that puts Russell on the hill. And with it being alternating break, now he kind of has to sweat Zach catching fire and doing something here. All right. For anyone just joining us, this is the state championships from Missouri for the BEF Nationals qualifier. So the winners here will go to the BEF Nationals for this year. Zach was able to make a ball, and he's actually got a decent look at the one ball. So let's see what he can do with this. Okay, he's off to a good start. He misses the 5. Now the 2 ball is a little tricky. Oh, it did pass. See, that's the difference between where I'm sitting and what he's looking at. My view said it didn't really go. But that was a great shot. He's got to come with another one here. Another good shot. It gets through there. But it looks like he's right on the back of this 6 ball. All right, made a good hit, got a rail. And the best he can hope for now is distance. He actually left him on the angle he needed to get back on for the 6. Just needs to come up, miss the 9. Okay, he's got a good shot in the 7 here. All right, misses that ball nicely. Don't hit it. He looked hesitant. I think it's because he missed a shot like that, I think, in the first rack. And you could tell that was kind of in the back of his mind there. Russell's going to slow this ball in, but he overcut it quite a bit. But he's going to leave it. He's going to leave it for Zach. All right, Zach kind of taps that one, and so he gets another one. 4-2. Now it's Russell's break, and again, Zach gets a little bit of momentum and has to sweat Russell's break. So as I was saying before, this is the 18 and under boys division for the Missouri State Championships for the BEF qualifiers. We got 6 players today that came from as far away from as a couple hours drive. There's at least one young man that I remember from last year, and I want to say there another, but I can't exactly remember offhand if he made it last year or not. But so Well, it'd be interesting to see how he's progressed over the last year. I remember him showing a lot of potential last year, and he was one of the younger players last year. All right, so back on this match here, Russell puts on a decent break, makes a ball, but it looks like he is stuck behind the 2. Yeah. So he's going to push if the pattern holds. Okay, he called a push, and then somebody's parents said something about no pushing. I don't know that is. I don't know. So we're gonna go find out if there's a push rule or not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mark just confirmed you can push. Yeah. So that's a case where. I mean, it's great that. I'm just not going to address it. I'll just leave it alone. All right, so he called a push. He left a tough shot. Okay. And I think Zach said something about that ball might have skid. And it's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, even though the balls are cleaned, I know for sure at least weekly, but if not daily. They've been played on now for better part of 2 hours. So little pieces of grit or chalk or something gets in the way. All right. It's gonna kink. You might end up with another little safety battle here. Yep. And let's see if it holds. Did he get him? Yep. Zeka really likes that kind of crossover safety where he tries to get the cue ball behind a ball somewhere in that first diamond quadrant. This is at least the second time I've seen him shoot it. Unfortunately, neither time has he landed exactly where he wanted, but both times have left his opponent with a tough shot. So even though it's not the picture-perfect safe that he was hoping for, it has worked a little bit. So Russell tries a creative shot there to play the 1 off the 5. And I think Zach's going to be looking for a bridge on this one. It's got some distance to get to. I can't tell if that passes the 9 or not. Looks like no. Yeah, he's just going to kick at it. It's a good hit, good save. Nice. Doesn't leave anything crazy. Does not pass the 4. I can't imagine anybody wanting to play it off the 7, but he might leave a good save here. He's queuing low. Wow. He really likes these caroms. Definitely the caroms. I've seen him shoot a number of those, and they're always close. So you know he shoots them a lot. So it's good to see. It's good creativity. I like that. Uh-oh. Just overcut that one a little bit, trying to really ensure he had the angle on the 4 that he would have wanted. So he's left a long shot for Russell. And he got a little bump from the 9 to kind of help him over there for the 4. Clearly, I don't think that was where he wanted to get to, but it ought to work. He's going to have to, either just kind of hold this or go back and forth for the... Oh, he was able to hold it. Good shot. I don't think he wanted to be on top of the 7, though. Yeah, with the 6 ball being up here, this just became a very difficult table. He managed it very well. Now he's got a spot shot, essentially. Now he hits that ball clean, heart of the pocket. He fell a little short. Nice shot. Comes around quite nicely. Nearly straight in on the 9. A bit of a stretch, but nothing too bad. And he floats that one in, and Russell takes the first set in this round-robin event against Zach, and we will have a next match here shortly. I think they are the first